If you're wondering which Workstation laptop are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Dell Pro Max 18 Plus. This thing is a literal desktop replacement that weighs as much as a small boulder and will drain your bank account faster than it drains its own battery. While the screen is massive and the performance is undeniably insane, I am tired of hauling a portable radiator that sounds like a jet engine taking off. Would I buy it? No, because unless you are literally living in a van and need a mobile render farm, the pure bulk makes it a total headache for anyone with a spine. Dell Pro Max 16 Plus. You get most of that desktop-class power in a size that actually fits in a standard backpack, which is a massive upgrade over its bigger brother. It runs hot, sure, but it handles heavy CAD work without stuttering, and the keyboard feels surprisingly decent for long sessions. Would I buy it? Yes, because it strikes the perfect balance of performance and sanity without making you look like you are carrying a literal server in your bag. Dell Pro Precision 514S. They stripped out the dedicated graphics to make it thin, and honestly, it feels like they just sold me an expensive, glorified office laptop. It is light and pretty to look at, but if I wanted integrated graphics performance, I would have bought a cheaper Ultrabook and saved myself a fortune. Would I buy it? No, because it is essentially a fancy paperweight that struggles the moment you try to do any actual professional creative work. Dell Pro Precision 16S. This is just the 14-inch model, but with more screen real estate, and it still lacks the raw GPU punch required for a real workstation. It is definitely sturdy and looks sleek on a desk, but the lack of power makes it feel pointless for the premium price tag. Would I buy it? No, because you are paying extra for the precision badge while getting performance that feels outdated the second you open a heavy project file. Dell Precision 5690. This is the old guard, and while it was a solid performer in its day, the newer lineup makes it feel like it belongs in a museum. It is thick, the thermals are mediocre by modern standards, and the newer models just handle heavy loads with way more grace. Would I buy it? No, because paying full price for this aging hardware is a classic trap when there are newer, faster, and more efficient options available right now. Dell Precision 5490. This thing runs hotter than a dumpster fire, and my experience was filled with constant freezes that made actual work impossible. It is a premium-priced headache that struggles to stay cool while performing even basic tasks. Would I buy it? No, because I value my sanity and a laptop that does not require a support ticket every week. Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 8. They slapped a massive price tag on this machine and somehow still expect us to be impressed by the same old thermal struggles. It feels like a shiny, expensive paperweight that is trying way too hard to be a workstation while falling flat on real-world efficiency. Would I buy it? No, because it is basically a fancy way to burn $4,000 on something that will just annoy you. Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 7. Using this for a week felt like fighting with the trackpad every single time I tried to type an email because the palm rejection is absolutely atrocious. It is a gorgeous machine that gets smudged by fingerprints the second you touch it, making it look like a greasy disaster after 5 minutes. Would I buy it? No, because paying this much for a laptop that makes basic typing a miserable chore is a joke. Lenovo ThinkPad P16 Gen 2. This absolute unit is so heavy you will need a chiropractor on speed dial just to carry it to your desk. While it has the raw power to crush workloads, the fan noise is loud enough to drown out your own thoughts, and the battery life is basically non-existent. Would I buy it? No, because I am not trying to lug around a small, loud, and inefficient desktop replacement disguised as a laptop. Lenovo ThinkPad P14S Gen 6. It tries to be the portable king of the workstation world, but ends up feeling like a weak, compromised mess compared to its beefier siblings. You are paying for the brand name while getting performance that leaves you wanting more the moment you open a heavy application. Would I buy it? No, because it is stuck in the middle of nowhere, failing to be powerful enough for real work or light enough to be convenient. HP ZBook Ultra G1A. This thing tries so hard to be thin that it forgets it is supposed to be a workstation, and the thermal throttling makes me want to throw it out a window. It feels like a glorified tablet that costs way too much money just to watch your render times crawl to a halt. Would I buy it? No, because I do not enjoy paying a premium for a laptop that sweats more than I do during a ranked match. HP ZBook Studio G11. The screen is actually gorgeous enough to distract me from the fact that the fans sound like a jet engine taking off in my bedroom. It packs a serious punch for creative work, but the port selection is a total joke that forces me to carry a bag full of dongles everywhere I go. Would I buy it? Maybe, if I did not mind living the dongle life and listening to constant white noise. HP ZBook Fury 16G11. This beast is an absolute brick that will destroy your spine, but at least it actually performs like a real computer instead of a toy. You can upgrade almost everything inside, which is a rare blessing in a world where everyone is soldering memory to the motherboard like lunatics. Would I buy it? Yes, because sometimes you just need a desktop replacement that does not whine when you actually ask it to do some work. HP ZBook X2 Gi. I honestly spent 3 days trying to figure out who this laptop is even for, because it lacks the power of the Fury and the portability of the Ultra. It is just a confusing middle child that feels like a bunch of leftover parts thrown into a chassis that nobody asked for. Would I buy it? No, because it is essentially a pointless existence that makes the other models look like geniuses. HP ZBook 8G2i. This feels like it was designed by committee to be as boring and unremarkable as physically possible. It is slow, the keyboard feels like typing on mushy cardboard, and frankly, I would rather use a potato to edit my videos. Would I buy it? No, because life is way too short to spend my hard-earned cash on such a soulless piece of hardware. Apple MacBook Pro 16 M5 Max. This thing is a literal furnace that costs more than my first car and still manages to throttle when I push it. It is absolutely overkill for anyone who is not rendering a feature film, and honestly, the sheer size makes it a nightmare to lug around. Would I buy it? No, because it is an expensive paperweight that makes me miss the portability of a tablet. Apple MacBook Pro 14 M5 Pro. This is the sweet spot for people who want to feel like they're working on a space station without needing a backpack the size of a suitcase. The performance is rock solid, but I still cannot get over how Apple keeps nickel and diming us for extra memory that should have been standard years ago. Would I buy it? Maybe, if you really love macOS and have money to burn on dongles. Apple MacBook Pro 16 M4 Max. Buying this now is like showing up to a party after everyone has already left and the lights are off. It is clearly outdated compared to the newer silicon, and honestly, the price tag is just insulting for a machine that is already yesterday's news. Would I buy it? No, because it's a pointless relic when the M5 version exists. Asus ProArt P16. I really wanted to love this, but the fan noise is loud enough to wake the neighbors, and the build quality feels like a total gamble. It is a massive, clunky machine that tries too hard to be a MacBook but fails on the reliability front where it actually matters. Would I buy it? No, because I value my sanity more than dealing with their legendary support nightmare. Asus ProArt PX13. A 60Hz screen in 2026 on a premium creator laptop is a joke that I'm not laughing at. It is a neat little gadget until you actually start using it and realize the software is buggy and the screen refresh rate makes everything feel like it is running through molasses. Would I buy it? No, because a MacBook Air would run circles around this thing without the headache. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the best workstation laptop for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.